here tonight for our second game on PGTV. You can see we're going to start with the pitcher on the mound. This is Roman Mirabella, the left-handed pitcher for South Florida. South Florida, the home team tonight in the 11U championship game. Here's a lineup for Carolina. They're going to be facing Mirabella. Desmond Todd will lead off and play center field for his team. Easton Metzelaars will bat third. Jason Winston, the cleanup hitter. We're excited to share a little bit about each of these guys and how they got to this point. Well earned. And what's awesome about this event, it's the third annual event of its kind, our All-State Select Championships. And these are the most outstanding players across the United States. They represent their states and their regions. You see, it's Carolina on the uniform. It's not north, it's not south. You got a combination. The defending champs from last year's 10U event, they come back to try and repeat here at the 11U level. As we are set, Mirabella fires in to Desmond Todd. Todd leaves that pitch outside. We're glad you're joining us tonight. It's a 1-1 count to Todd. That one's fouled off. Roman Mirabella's giving this Carolina team a different look from the left-handed side. He's pitched in 4 games this season, 3 2/3 innings. He's given up 7 hits, 8 runs. He struck out 7 batters. Pitch to Todd, that one's high and outside. Again, Southern Cal, they just won at the 9U age level. I do want to say congratulations to Tennessee, by the way, and head coach Kyle Folgman and his team for making it to the championship. That in itself is an incredible accomplishment, so congratulations to those 2 teams. They're passing the torch now here to the 11U level. That pitch is outside for ball 3. Full count to Todd, the leadoff hitter for Carolina. That one's hit in the air, but foul and back, so Todd stays alive. Carolina's batting .321 as a team this season. They averaged 7 runs scored, allowing just 3. And there's Desmond Todd, who works the leadoff walk, hyping up his dugout on the way. That'll bring up Ricardo Flores. Check of Todd over at first base. He's got 6 stolen bases this season. This is Ricardo Flores. As I said, he's played in 18 games so far this season, 36 at-bats. He scored 13 runs, had 13 hits, 13 RBI. The magic number for Flores is 13. And he takes a strike from Mirabella. And there's a check swing for strike 2. Brett Hamlin is the battery mate. There you can see the side swing there. He holds it all the way. Attempts to hold it back. Did a nice job selling it. And he fouls that pitch off to stay alive. Another check of Todd at first, who dives back safely. Again, Todd with 6 stolen bases this season for his team. Flores also has 6, so you've got some speed at the top with that 1-2 punch for Carolina. Ball's on the ground sharply, but foul. Flores steps out. He's done a nice job protecting the plate so far. Again, this is our 11U PG National All-State Select Championships. Sunday night, what a treat. There's gonna be a quick meeting on the mound for South Florida, by the way, rocking that orange and green. Quite reminiscent of Miami's colors. I like it a lot. I'm sure that is no coincidence. The pitch, that one hit to the right side of the field, but foul. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat for Ricardo Flores. That one's in the air. Right side of the field. It's gonna be caught by Halaska out in right. It's Trey Halaska in right field. It's one away. Good battle. Roman Mirabella wins that one. It's going to bring up Easton Metzelars. Metzelars calls time. Just got to see a lot of pitches from Roman Mirabella. Metzelars also a pitcher, lefty. He's playing first base right now in the game. In 16 games this season, 37 at-bats. He's had 15 hits, 14 runs, 5 doubles from Metzelars as he waits on that one, and it's at foul. 4 home runs to boot, so he's got the power. He's brought in 14 runs. He's had 8 stolen bases. Really a triple threat in the 3-hole for Carolina. Mirabella gets the swing and miss. Desmond Todd takes second. One-two gets him to swing and miss. Mirabella gets the strikeout. 2 away for South Florida. Jace Winston will bat. Take another look at the pitch. It's that lefty-lefty. That's tough. Yeah, you can see there Easton Metzelar saying, I can't see it. Todd dives back to second. That is a really, really tough matchup. Two away, Jace Winston looking to bring the runner in scoring position home. Carolina trying to get on the board early. We're in the top of the first. If you're just joining us for Championship Sunday on PGTV, I'm Danny Wexelman. Winston takes the ball outside. ball's hit on the ground to short, the throw across the diamond in time, and that runner for Carolina's left stranded. South Florida's defense comes up clutch, so we head to the bottom of the first, scoreless.
Oh yeah, been waiting for this one.
Diamonds at Daly Park, the 11U PG National All-State Select Championships. This game between South Florida and Carolina. We're scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the lineup that South Florida is sporting tonight. Orlando Castillo Jr. will lead it off. Brett Hamlin, he's behind the plate, also batting cleanup. Brielle Bitts will round out this lineup. She's a part of this team. Excited to share a little bit more about her later. And they are going to be facing on the mound Mason Bitzenhofer. He's pitched in 3 games this season for Carolina through 14 innings. He's given up 19 hits, 11 runs, 3 doubles, and 14 strikeouts. So he's able to get a little swing and miss action for his team as well. He's out of Raleigh, North Carolina. And we head to the bottom of the first inning for this championship game. Once again, congratulations to Southern California at the 9U level, beating Tennessee. Sebastian Vasquez pitched 3 innings of shutout ball, and they run ruled that game to win the championship a little bit earlier on PGTV. Orlando Castillo Jr. is the leadoff hitter for South Florida. Castillo Jr. had a huge semifinal game. He went 2 for 3 with a double. And he swings at the first pitch he sees for strike 1. He also had 2 RBI in that game. He's hitting .406 this season through 18 games with South Florida. As he watches the ball bounce in the dirt for ball 1. Through 18 games, he's got 26 runs scored, 13 hits. He's got a double, 7 RBI, 17 walks, so he's patient. He's also got 14 stolen bases, so adds a little bit of pressure to the defense for Carolina tonight. Ball is high above his head. So in that semifinal game, South Florida beating North Texas. So North Texas was leading in that game going into the 4th inning 3-2, and South Florida puts up a 6 spot. A rough, crooked number, tough to come back from, and they end up winning that game to advance here to the championship game. Again, South Florida 5-0-1 in pool play, the number 4 seed. That one's in the air to center field. Castillo Jr. heading for second base. We know he has the speed, and he stands up with a leadoff double. It's a way to set the tone for your team in the championship game. Just gets a hold of that one. Line drive, nice piece of hitting. Saw a couple of pitches as well to let his teammates see some. Again, Mason Bitzenhofer, the pitcher for Carolina. He's facing Lucas Diaz. Diaz out of Tampa, Florida. Takes a ball high. By the way, third base coach and head coach for South Florida, that's Mike White. And over at first, that's Laner Diaz, assistant coach. Diaz, line drive to center field. Castillo headed for third base on that one. So they passed the baton with that 1-2 punch, and South Florida's got runners on first and third for the 3-hole hitter. That's Carlos Marrero. Back-to-back line drive hits out to center field for this South Florida team. Marrero steps in left side of the box. He takes a ball. Diaz is going to take second base. Doesn't draw the throw from Winston. Jace Winston behind the plate for Carolina. Now runners on second and third, two in scoring position. In 11 games this season, Carlos Marrero has 16 hits. He's also scored 16 runs. He's got 2 home runs as well. He's got the power, 3 doubles, 2 triples. Speed, power, this team's really got it all. He waits on that one and fouls it off. Marrero gets that one in the air to left field, all the way back at the fence. It gets down. 2 runs are gonna score. And Marrero clears the bases. A 2-run triple for Carlos Marrero. Nice swing. He goes the other way with it. Obviously a little advanced, I think, for this age group. Wildly impressive. And he gets South Florida on the board early in the bottom of the first. They lead 2-0. Brett Hamlin will bat. Hamlin, another guy on this team who's slugging over 1,000, OPS over 1,800. What do all these things mean? Well, that ball's outside. Not only does it mean that these guys can get on base, but they've also got some power. They hit a lot of bags. Really impressive for this age group. Hamlin hacks at that one, goes foul. Hamlin's out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Primary catcher, first base, but he plays every single position on the field, as he should at this age group. I couldn't encourage that more, to continue to play as many positions as you can for as long as you can. I said this earlier, that at the college level, at the pro level, any guy you ask will tell you that the longer they played, not only just multiple positions, but multiple sports, it made them better at every level that they played at. Two-one pitch coming. That curveball. Hamlin waits on it, hits it in the air to left field. The ball's gonna bounce off the glove, and so Marrero scores from third base. Hamlin is gonna end up on first base and head over to second base on the dropped ball. So an RBI for Brett Hamlin. No outs. Michael Wedgeworth will bat. Wedgeworth is hitting .364 through 14 games this season, 22 at bats. That one's ripped foul. He's scored 5 runs, and he's got 2 doubles this season as well, along with 10 RBI, 6 walks, and 2 stolen bases. Ball's another ball hit in the air, out of play. Wedgeworth is out of McDavid, Florida. Also a catcher on this team. He's playing first base tonight. Can pitch and play the hot corner too. Oh, 0-2 pitch from Bitzenhofer, fired in, just missing for ball 1. Wedgeworth calls time. The ball evens the count to 2-2. Good patience by Wedgeworth to work this count back even. He was down 0-2, there's no outs, and he rips that one to left field, but foul. Gotta give a huge thank you, by the way, to the umpires throughout the entire weekend, especially here in our championship game. The grounds crew, everybody who's been out there, making sure everything is intact and good to go for this weekend's events. The pitch, that one is right back up the middle off Wedgeworth's bat. It's gonna score Brett Hamlin. And Wedgeworth slides in, he's out though. Nice job in the outfield to get that ball in quickly. Hamlin will score as the 4th run for South Florida. But we'll take another look at this. Michael Wedgeworth trying to leg out a double on the hit. And the outfielder, Desmond Todd, does a nice job of getting to that ball. Goes all the way back to the fence and hits his man at second to get Wedgeworth. That's one away, and Trey Halaska will come up to bat. We saw Halaska make a nice catch in the top of the frame for South Florida. He's in right field tonight. Halaska's played in 8 games this season for South Florida, 13 at-bats. He's got 6 hits, scored 5 runs, 2 doubles, 5 RBI, and 4 stolen bases. He fouls that pitch back. Patrick Trey Halaska. He's the 3rd, so goes by Trey. I love that. Bitzenhofer ahead, 0-2. It's in the air, out of play. Bitzenhofer's thrown 26 pitches. This is the 27th, as that ball is high so far in the bottom of the 1st. ball's in the dirt, so 2-2 count now to Trey Halaska. Just one away for South Florida. The first 4 batters in their lineup all got on and scored. Oh, Trey Halaska goes from down 0-2 all the way, works it back to a full count. Here's a 3-2 pitch. That one's hit on the ground to second base. Throw over. Not in time. Halaska beats it out. Talk about hustle. The right fielder has a 1-out base hit. It goes to McCullum over at second base. He's got a long throw to make, and Halaska has the wheels. One away, that's gonna bring up Braden Nims. I like the pink batting gloves, first of all. I see the height on Nims as well as he fouls that pitch off. Nims batting .500 in 14 games played this season. That ball's on the ground to third base. They go to second to get the lead runner. What a play. Nice job by Flores over at third. Ricardo Flores to field the ball and get the lead runner at second for the second out of the frame. Preston Chapman will come up with 2 away. He takes a ball inside. That was such a good play there from the defense for Carolina. Helping out their pitcher, gets the ground ball. Heads up play by them.
Good year.
Chapman has 9 hits so far this season with a triple. As the runner takes off for second base, slides in. So Braden Nims able to get himself into scoring position for Preston Chapman. They're trying to extend the inning a little bit in South Florida. For South Florida, excuse me. All right, so Chapman works a 2-out walk. Colton Anderson will bat. Anderson from Orange Park, Florida. Roaming center field tonight for South Florida. And he takes a strike from Bitzenhofer. Anderson's played in 9 games this season, 13 at-bats, but Bitzenhofer able to get the Welcome back to Perfect Game TV. I'm Danny Wexelman. This is the 11U National All-State Select Championship game. South Florida out to an early 4-0 lead over Carolina. Carolina now in the top of the second. They'll come to bat, and the pitcher, Mason Bitzenhofer, will lead off. He's out of Raleigh, North Carolina. And anytime you get a chance to lead off an inning for your team while you're on the mound, you know it's a good feeling. You want to help your team out offensively as well. And he takes another ball high from Mirabella, Roman Mirabella, back out on the mound for South Florida. And Bitzenhofer works the leadoff walk, just as good as getting a base hit for your team to lead off the inning. That'll bring up Landon Williams. He's the extra hitter in the lineup tonight for Carolina. Again, this Carolina team, they won last year at the 10U, so they're looking to repeat at the 11U this season. This is the third year of this event, and these young men represent the most outstanding players in their state or their region. That Carolina, the Carolina Blue, they are representing North and South Carolina. Looks like we're going to have maybe a defensive change for South Florida. Landon Williams, the batter, as they check back over on Mason Bitzenhofer at first. Williams fouls that pitch back. He's played in 14 games this season with Carolina. In 27 at-bats, he's got 11 hits, scored 10 runs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, 9 RBI, 4 stolen bases. Landon Williams doing a little bit of everything for his team. Another check over at first base. Carolina beat Nevada in the quarterfinals 11-6. Easton Metzelaars was the story in that one. He went 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. He also pitched 4 2/3 innings in that game. And then in the semis, that ball is fouled off. They beat Southern California 11-3. And for Carolina in that game, it was really the bottom of the order that did a ton of the damage. Alejandro Patrick had 2 RBI leading his team, but 7 through 11 in the lineup all brought in a run. Jace Winston in that one was 2 for 3 with 2 runs and a double. Parker Smith and Clay Swenson, they scored twice as well along with Winston. Another foul ball. Landon Williams with a nice at bat against Mirabella. This will be the 5th pitch of the at-bat coming. And first it's a check over at first. Let's see how many stolen bases. Mason Bitzenhofer has 16, leads his team, 16 stolen bases. No wonder they're checking on him. The pitch is outside for ball 1. He's only been caught stealing once. 16 successful attempts. And there's ball 2 low. Landon Williams with 3 walks this season, just 4 strikeouts. There's another foul ball. The 8th pitch of the at-bat will be coming up next. And that one's outside. So this is a nice at-bat from Landon Williams. Carolina down 4. Still early in this one, just the top of the 2nd inning. Championship Sunday, thanks for spending it with us on Perfect Game TV. And that's ball 4, a mile high. And so back-to-back walks for Carolina. They're gonna try to get something cooking in the championship game. Parker Smith will bat with runners on 1st and 2nd. Looks like we're gonna have a meeting on the mound for South Florida. Again, Mike White, the head coach, and Lainer Diaz, the assistant coach for South Florida's team. I believe they had some warming, someone getting loose in the pen. So we're gonna step aside. South Florida up 4-0 over Carolina. They've got 2 on though. When we come back, we'll tell you who takes over on the mound.
That I was gonna be in the big leagues. I always worked for it until I achieved it. Back in Puerto Rico, I remember my dad would hit me ground balls from the top of the hill. That forced me to always move my feet. There were no limits to where I could go, so I played with no limits.
All right, welcome back to Championship Sunday. This is the 11U National All-State Select Championship. South Florida up 4-0 over Carolina, but Carolina's got runners on 1st and 2nd. We have a pitching change for South Florida. We are going to see Patrick Haluska come in. Trey, as we know him, he's pitched in 2 games this season, 4 innings, given up just 3 hits, 1 run, and 4 strikeouts. So Haluska is going to come in and try to calm things down for South Florida. They jumped out to that 4-0 lead just in the bottom of the 1st inning. Carolina really didn't have a ton of momentum in the top of the 1st, so this is a different story for them. It's a bright night, the lights are shining, and that young man's necklace might be the star of the game so far. We'll see if the arm can match the star power of the necklace. That's Parker Smith, who squared around to bunt. The ball goes foul, though. Mason Bitzenhofer walked, and then Landon Williams walked to put runners on 1st and 2nd for Carolina. Smith swinging a miss. He's played in 19 games, 40 at-bats. He's got 14 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, 10 RBI as well. As that pitch is right in there, but misses for a ball. Oh no, it is a strikeout, excuse me. What a beautiful pitch there from Haluska. Was 1 away for South Florida. Clay Swenson will bat. He's got some fans in the stand. reminder, Bitzenhofer has 16 stolen bases for his team this season. That leads in the category. Anything to the right side, you know Bitzenhofer is scoring. See the lead that he's taking. Healthy lead over at second base. And the pitch, ball is low. Nice job behind the plate by Brett Hamlin to block it. All three high. Swenson's from Fort Mill, South Carolina. And fouls off that pitch to stay alive. Count's full, just one away for Carolina. They've got runners on first and second. They're trying to get some momentum here as they're down by 4 in the top of the second. And that pitch is low. So Clay Swenson works the walk. And that's going to load him up. Weston Stock will bat. And that pitch misses outside for ball 1. Stalls, excuse me, Weston Stalls. Stalls has played in 14 games this season, 32 at bats. He's got 15 hits, 18 RBI, leading his team as he fouls that pitch off. 18 RBI for Stalls. He's got a home run, 2 triples, 7 doubles for Stalls. Carolina would like to make something of this moment. Bases loaded. Nice job there by Halaska to get the strikeout. Big moment, big chain, big moment. Great pitch to free Stalls. 2 away for South Florida. Lex Osborne will bat. And he takes ball 1 up and in. Alexander Osborne. Full name goes by Lex. He's from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He's played in 11 games. He's got 20 at-bats this season, 8 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, 7 RBI. And big hack from him. Big moment for Osborne right now. Bases loaded, 2 away for Carolina. And that pitch is low. How about the job Trey Halaska is doing right now? Came into the frame in relief, trying to get out of a bases loaded jam. Osborne leaves it high. Three-one count to Osborne. Fired in, strike two. Nice pitch by Halaska to come back. Came in with runners on first and second in the frame, walked a guy to load him up. Struck out Weston Stalls. Nice cut there from Lex Osborne. Swing and a miss. Wow, Trey Halaska comes in, gets his team out of a jam, the bases loaded jam, and he is shining bright like those diamonds. We head to the bottom of the frame. South Florida, they lead 4-0.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call to quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all that is. You better move, you might get knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. I feel like Mike Jordan, give me the rock and I'm scoring. Hey, came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. I told him this ain't a game.
Here, the parents, the grandparents, the friends, the siblings who tough it out in the weather for Championship Sunday. Thanks for spending some time with us. I'm Danny Wexelman. This is the 11U National All-State Select Championship game. South Florida has a 4-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second, and Trey Halaska just came in to pitch in relief. He came in with two runners on, ends up loading them up, and gets out of the inning without giving up a run. Talk about building some momentum as we move to the bottom of the second inning. Connor Beldacki will bat. He chops the first pitch. He sees back to Bitzenhofer for one quick out for Carolina. So that's going to bring up Brielle Bitz. Bitz swinging at the first pitch. She sees, fouls it back. Another foul ball back into the stands. Bitz out of Sun City Center, Florida. Primary shortstop position, goes to Sumner High School. And Bitzenhofer gets her to swing and miss for the second out of the frame. That's his second strikeout in the game. Go back to the top of the order now for Orlando Castillo Jr., who got on and scored for South Florida in the first. In the quarterfinal game, as he takes ball one high, he was 1 for 3 with 2 RBI. I mentioned it. In the semifinal game, had a huge game as well. 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBI. And he takes a ball from Bitzenhofer. Nice job, by the way, from Mason Bitzenhofer to come back in the second inning. Gave up 4 runs in the first, comes back and gets 2 quick outs for his Carolina team. 1 away, they get to go back to the dugout and try again. That is a line drive to right field off Castillo Jr.'s bat. That ball's gonna go all the way back to the track. We know he's got the wheels, and he ends up at second base. He's got a 2-out double for South Florida. Flex, flex, we like it. Back-to-back doubles for Castillo Jr. He extends the inning, so we'll get another chance to see Lucas Diaz bat. Diaz singled and scored in the first.
Stay in your leg.
There's strike 1 from Mason Bitzenhofer. Little check on Castillo Jr. There's a nice pitch from Mason Bitzenhofer outside. Lucas Diaz from Tampa, Florida. Goes to Gaither. Two away with a runner on second. The pitch to Diaz, fired in, just missing outside. I like what Bitzenhofer is trying to do right now. Just missing to Lucas Diaz. And gets him to swing and miss on that one. So 2-2 count. Carolina's got good bats, so the more insurance that South Florida can get, the better. They know that. And there's a good pitch again, but misses to bring the count full. You can see there Diaz trying to clean off his bat a little bit. I like the green bat, by the way. Gives me Hulk vibes. And there's a great pitch from Mason Bitzenhofer to come back in the bottom of the second. He gets 2 strikeouts and leaves the runner stranded. So Carolina trying to come back, put some runs on the board. They trail by 4. Welcome back. South Florida holding a 4-0 lead in the championship game against Carolina. Carolina last year won the 10U, so they're trying to come back and repeat at the 11U National All-State Select Championships. Welcome in on PGTV. I'm Danny Wexelman, and again, South Florida, Carolina in this championship game. And on the mound, back on the mound for South Florida and taking over last inning, Trey Halaska did a fantastic job, got out of the jam, the bases loaded jam, to put up a 0 on the board for his South Florida team while Carolina was threatening. So that was a huge moment. He comes back out. He's facing Carson McCullum at the plate. He watches a ball in the dirt. This is McCullum's first at bat of the game. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. And McCullum hits it hard on the ground to the shortstop, fires over to first in time. Marrero making the play, and there's one away for South Florida. So back to the top of the order for Carolina. Desmond Todd will bat. Walked and stole a base in the 1st inning. And he takes a strike from Halaska. Todd from Midland, North Carolina. Again, this Carolina team consists of different players, the most outstanding players from this region of the country, and the event made up from, that ball is in the dirt, the most outstanding players from 20 states and regions. The event has grown every year. This is just the 3rd year of it, but it seems to grow in popularity. The players, the teams that are coming here. Diamonds at Daly Park. We're so happy to have you with us on Perfect Game TV. The pitch in the dirt again. Desmond Todd does a good job as the leadoff hitter. He had just 6 walks coming into this game. He's on the verge of working another one, though. It's a 3-1 count to Todd, 1 away in the top of the 3rd. And there's ball 4 low. So he works the 1-out walk, back-to-back walks for him. Again, trying to hype up, or he's trying to get his sliding pad. Either way, pointing to the dugout. That'll bring up Ricardo Flores, who flew out his last at bat. By the way, I really appreciate the family members out there in the stands with their blankets and their tarps and their hoodies. You guys toughing it out right now for these guys and the team. That is true dedication. There is a check of Todd over at first base. He's got 6 stolen bases coming into this game. He had a stolen base in the 1st as well. Pitch fired in from Halaska. Again, last inning, Carolina had the bases loaded. Halaska got out of it with a strikeout. The ball's hit on the ground, but foul. 0-2 pitch. Another check of Todd at first. They got him. Wow, Trey Halaska is having an exceptional game on the mound so far for South Florida. They pick off Desmond Todd over at first base, and there's 2 away, and the runner is gone. Fantastic job by him. Great job over at first. Wedgeworth applying the tag, staying ready. That's a great move by Trey Halaska. Great tag by Wedgeworth. Clears the bases. Wow, really nice job. Another 0-2 to Flores. Owen's on the ground, chopped up the middle over Halaska's glove, and it's going to get through the infield for a 2-out base runner for Carolina. Make something happen for themselves again last inning, having bases loaded, unable to convert a run. Easton Metzelaars will come up as Halaska has another check of Ricardo Flores over there. Flores had 6 stolen bases coming into this game for the season. That ball is high to Metzelaars. Metzelaars struck out back in the first. There's 2 away in the top of the third. Halaska's just trying to throw up another 0 on the board for his team. Pitch is missed inside. That one is going to bounce away from Hamlin. That'll allow Flores to take second. So now Carolina's got a guy in scoring position. And they're going to intentionally walk Easton Metzelaars. They're not going to mess around, but they're going to have to face Jace Winston now. Winston grounded out in the first inning to the shortstop. Winston has 5 RBI on the season with Carolina as he swings at the first pitch and misses. He's also got a home run, so he's got some power in him. Along with some speed, 7 stolen bases. Oh, pretty pitch from Halaska. That one missing for a ball. Runners on first and second, 2 away, top 3. There's a strike, so Halaska ahead. 1-2 in the count. Excuse me, that was a ball, 2-1 count. And that one is a fair ball down the right field line. So Carolina is going to wave the runner. They're going to get on the board. Ricardo Flores comes home to score. Nice job by Jace Winston to bring in the run. And South Florida decided to intentionally walk Easton Metzelaars to get to Jace Winston. And he comes through for his team. No longer a shutout for South Florida. Just kisses the right field line. Jace Winston got his pitch, did the damage, brings home the run. It's 4-1 South Florida. That's gonna bring up Mason Bitzenhofer. We know he's got the speed. He takes ball one. He walked in the second inning. He led off and walked that inning. Carolina's third base coach is Zach Tanner. First base coach, Judson Smith. They're leading the charge for this Carolina team. They're trying to mount some kind of comeback here in the championship game. They trail by 3 now. Bitzenhofer, the batter. It's a 1-0 pitch coming from Halaska. And that one's gonna get by Hamlin. The runners are gonna stay put though. Winston takes second, so runners on second and third. And it looks like Mike White is going to come out and have a chat with his pitcher and his infielders. I like this move by Mike White. Just giving his guys a little chance to breathe. You got 2 outs, 3 were in lead. Trey Halaska has done a fantastic job since coming in to relieve. Came in the second inning to relieve Roman Mirabella. That ball is low. We know the damage that Bitzenhofer can do, though. 3-0 count. It's the 5-hole hitter in this lineup. Walked his last at bat. Leads his team in stolen bases. He's got 10 RBI. He leaves it low. Tough pitch to take. And he does, to load him up once again. This is almost the same scenario as last inning. So now bases loaded once again, 2 away. Landon Williams will come to bat. And I think that's going to be it for Trey Halaska, who did a fantastic job in relief for South Florida. They lead 4-1. When we come back, we'll introduce you to their new arm on the mound in a moment here.
There's a lot of great players, but very few icons.
To be an icon, you have to be good on and off the field. The gold and black is iconic. I just love how they mesh together at the top.
The icon bat is very balanced and light feel, which allows you to trust your barrel. It feels good when you swing it.
Icon's different because the sweet spot felt huge.
The pop, you just throw the bat out and the ball just flies.
If you're an elite player, you'll love the icon.
Being in the wild is the best when you're with your family. We do all kinds of different things at camp. Go fish, surf, dive. I think I'll probably be coming out here the rest of my life.
All right, welcome back to the 11U PG National All-State Select Championship game. Carlos Marrero taking over on the mound for South Florida. Bases are loaded. South Florida has a 3-run lead, top 3. And Carolina, they're trying to get something going, trying to get back in this game after South Florida put up that 4 spot back in the first. Landon Williams, the batter, he walked in his last at bat. Marrero's pitched in 4 games this season, 7 1/3 innings. Got 10 strikeouts. That's his specialty. Fires in, that one missing wide though. We gotta stay ready, we gotta keep the feet moving. I see you, 12. I see you, Diaz. The pitch, fired in for a strike. Halaska, by the way, moved over to third. Diaz now at short. Marrero on the mound. Big moment, 2 away, bases loaded. That pitch is ripped out of play though. Williams walked in his last at bat. He's got 9 RBI coming into this game on the season in just 14 games with Carolina. Puts the bat on that ball, hits it into right field. It's gonna score 1 run. Another one comes in, diving home, safe. Jace Winston sliding home, diving home any way he can. Fantastic job by Landon Williams to bring 2 runs in to make this a 1-run game. Goes with the pitch, doesn't try to do too much, and you can see the jump that the base runners got. Easton Metzelar's coming home, Jace Winston coming home, and Mason Bitzenhofer heads over to third. Landon Williams gets his team right back in this one. Parker Smith, the batter. Got runners on first and third, 2 away, top of the third. Smith struck out his last at bat. Check over at first on Landon Williams. Don't forget, Mason Bitzenhofer leads his team in stolen bases. 16. Landon Williams has 4. You got to be really careful if you're going to continue to throw the ball over there, knowing you have speed over at third. And any chance that ball dribbles away, Bitzenhofer is going to be head for home to try to tie this ball game. You got Wedgeworth at first. They've already picked off one when Halaska was on the mound. It's a play they're familiar with. And Smith takes that ball high. He's trying to load him back up. Clay Swenson on deck. He walked in the 2nd inning. Pitch right down the middle, swing and a miss from Smith. Great job there by Marrero to come back and get back in the count. Good pitch, but ball 3 high. So a 3-1 count now to Parker Smith.
Nobody better park.
Another check on Landon Williams over at first. They're keeping him close. The pitch. Another strike. Good job by Marrero. Counts full. Two on, 2 away. Pitch, swing and a miss. Marrero, big game pitch from him, stranding those 2 runners. But Landon Williams brought in 2, makes it a 1-run game. Nice job by Carolina to get back in this one, build some momentum. They put up 3. We come back and we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. South Florida hanging on to that 1-run lead.
Oh, yeah. Been waiting for this one.
TV. We are so happy to have you. South Florida, Carolina. It's a good one. If you're just joining us, South Florida put up a 4th spot in the 1st. Carolina able to get on the board in the top of the 3rd. They put up 3. So it's a 1-run ball game. Carlos Marrero will bat. He just came in relief to pitch on the mound for South Florida. He'll get to lead off this inning. This is the 3rd year of this event. As Marrero gets a hold of that one, right field, a long fly ball. See you later, Carlos Marrero. Talk about a guy who can put his team on his back. Goes yard. South Florida now leads 5-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Let's see this again. Pulls the ball. Just really muscles up. First base coach tries to give him a high five, but he was moving too fast, too excited. All right, this is Brett Hamlin. Hamlin got on and scored, brought in a run back in the 1st inning. Bitzenhofer ahead. 0-2 gets a strikeout. His 4th of the game. You know, I gotta give a lot of credit to Mason Bitzenhofer. He's done a nice job. He settled in really well after the first inning. This South Florida team, they know how to put up a bunch of runs really quickly. That's what they did all weekend long, especially in that semifinal game. This is Michael Wedgeworth. One away in the bottom of the 3rd. Carlos Marrero with a home run to make it 5-3. Wedgeworth takes a ball. Wedgeworth's RBI in the first made it 4-0. He tried to stretch his single into a double, and he was thrown out. But he did help pad the lead in the first. And he smacks that ball. It's going to get through the left side. Wedgeworth has a 1-out base hit. Here's Trey Halaska. He's done a little bit of everything so far tonight. Came in to pitch in relief in the 2nd inning for South Florida. He singled his first at bat as he fouls that pitch back.
Another one right here, another one right here.
1-1 count to Halaska. And he watches ball 2 low. One's up above his head, so 3-1 count to Halaska. One away in the bottom of the 3rd championship game. South Florida leads by 2. Halaska doing a nice job. He works the count to 3-1. Now 3-2. And that one just missing. And he works a 1-out walk to put runners on 1st and 2nd for Braden Nims.
Roll it, go.
Nims grounded into a fielder's choice in the first. Also stole a base, though. Nims takes strike 1. Watches ball 1 on the outside part of the plate. He's from Pace, Florida. This whole entire South Florida team, they're made up of players from all around South Florida, but just from so many different hometowns and communities.
Good work, Jake. Good work, Jake.
As Nims swings through strike 2. It's really cool to just see all of these guys come together and play on this team and be a part of this event. These guys get to face each other. End of the season, kind of heading into the winter. That ball is outside. It's really cool to just see where all of these guys are from. So many different places represented. 2-2 pitch coming. They asked to see if he checked his swing, and the first base umpire calls safe. See it from this angle. Looks like he did.
We're not doing that. We're not going to do that. Okay? No, we're not going to do that, okay?
Hey, ball never lies. Let's go, mate. Right here, kid.
All right, so just one away in the bottom of the third inning, 2 runners on. Full count to Nims. And there's strike 3. So Nims takes it, and it's called strike 3. 2 away for Carolina. That's 2 strikeouts in the third for Bitzenhofer, excuse me. His 5th strikeout of the game, and Preston Chapman will bat. Takes ball 1. Wedgeworth on second, Halaska over at first. Pitch to Chapman. One's fired in there. A 1-1 count. And that one's hit on the ground right back up the middle. Bitzenhofer fields his position, gets out of the jam. Carlos Marrero goes yard. A little insurance for South Florida, but Carolina limits the damage here as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Carolina, they trail by 2. Hey, welcome back to Perfect Game TV. I'm Danny Wexelman, and this is the 11U Perfect Game National All-State Select Championship game. South Florida gets a big insurance run from that guy right there, Carlos Marrero. goes yard, makes it 5-3 South Florida as we head to the 4th inning, halfway home here in Houston, Texas. The Diamonds at Daly Park are home for Championship Sunday. Congratulations earlier to Southern California. They won the 9U event and they beat Tennessee in 3 innings. Run rule in effect there. They won 12-0. Congratulations to that squad. Carolina, though, going to do their best to try to mount a comeback. They were dominant all weekend long in their pool play to get to this point and never really let up. They went 6-1. They're the number 6 seed. Clay Swenson is going to lead things off for the Carolina Blue. Hacks at that one. Right side, but foul. Carlos Marrero came in to relieve Trey Halaska. He's ahead in the count to Swenson, 0-2. Swenson walked his first at bat. And we still got a lot of life there over at shortstop. I think you gotta dance your way through it. I'm a huge fan. And that pitch is missed outside for ball 1. There's ball 2 high, evens the count up on Swenson. That's a big pitch there from Marrero to get the strikeout to start things off in the top of the 4th inning. That's going to bring up Weston Stalls. Check out this pitch one more time. That is really tough to hit, especially at this age group. Really pretty pitch there from Carlos Marrero. Stalls one of a couple of guys here on this Carolina team from the South Carolina side. It's like they've got 3 guys on the team from South Carolina, the rest all from North Carolina. Again, it's just an incredible event where you get to represent this region and these states here. At the end of the year, you're some of the most outstanding from this area. You come together. Stalls gets a hold of that one in left field, deep back all the way to the trees, and Weston Stalls muscling up and gets all of that one. Stalls his 2nd home run of the season. Waits on it all the way back in the box and pulls it. So brings Carolina back within 1. Lex Osborne, the batter, one away in the top of the 4th. You know, Weston Stalls was caught looking in his last at-bat as Osborne takes that pitch. He was caught looking in his last at-bat, so really nice job for him to come in. and contribute in that way. So it looks like Jack Henson is pinch hitting for Lex Osborne as Marrero gets a swing and a miss from him. A ball bouncing inside. So it's a 3-1 count on Henson. Henson's played in 13 games this season for the team in 33 at-bats. He's got 17 hits, 6 doubles, 17 RBI. As that one misses low for ball 4, so Henson comes in as the pinch hitter and works the 1-out walk. Carson McCallum will bat. Henson's got 4 stolen bases this season. They check on him over at first. Looks like we're gonna have a pinch runner. Lex Osborne coming in to pinch run. Osborne's also got 4 on the season. Throw down, not in time, so Osborne taking second base on the pass ball.
Hey, have a good at bat here. Let's go.
That one high and inside. Nice job by McCallum getting out of the way. Mike White gonna come over, have a quick chat with his team. It's back to a 1-run ball game, thanks to that home run from Weston Stalls. Just giving his pitcher a chance to breathe here a little bit. His teammates giving him some love. That's all you need. It's Championship Sunday. If you're just joining us, Carolina, South Florida, all weekend long working their way to this point. Carson McCullum, the batter. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Another pitch right down the middle. Looks like that one might have missed. It is called a strike. So 1-2 count to McCullum. That one's hit hard on the ground, right side. It's close, he dives at first. And now there's gonna be a rundown at third. Lex Osborne caught in a rundown. He's gonna be tagged out. Great job by South Florida. They get McCullum at first. Castillo Jr. making a really nice play. And then they catch Lex Osborne in a rundown to erase the base runners. Carolina gets one. Weston Stalls with the solo shot. It's 5-4 South Florida.
I never let myself believe that I was gonna be in the big leagues. I always worked for it until I achieved it. Back in Puerto Rico, I remember my dad would hit me ground balls from the top of the hill. That forced me to always move my feet. There were no limits to where I could go, so I played with no limits.
5-run ball game, bottom 4, South Florida hanging on. Just when you think they catch their breath, Carolina comes right back in the top of the frame. Weston Stalls goes yard off Carlos Marrero to make it a 5-4 ball game. Championship Sunday. I'm Danny Wexelman. Thank you for spending your time with us on Perfect Game TV. We've been streaming the last game as well, the 9U Championship, all night long on PGTV. Southern California wins that one over Tennessee. Maddox Long will come in and bat for Colton Anderson. Mason Bitzenhofer back out on the mound. That was his 78th pitch, ball 1. There's ball 2 outside to Long. Long from Citra, Florida. That one sails inside for ball 3. Played in 7 games this season for Carolina. That one is low for ball 4, works the walk. He had 3 coming into this one. There's his 4th, so leadoff walk for South Florida. Connor Beldecki will bat. He's from Parkland, Florida. Takes ball 1 high. Looks like Roman Mirabella is pinch running for Maddox Long at first. Ball is low. You've got to wonder who could be coming in next for Carolina. How long they're going to ride Mason Bitzenhofer, as it's now back to a 1-run game. South Florida's had traffic on the bases every inning.
That's a good spot right there, huh, boy?
And there's strike 2. So it's a 2-2 count to Beldecki. Excuse me, full count. And there's strike 3 on the outside corner. Mason Bitzenhofer, nice job. You can hear his coach coming out, did a great job. It looks like that's going to be it for Mason Bitzenhofer. So that strikeout there, adding to his total today. 6 strikeouts for Mason Bitzenhofer on the mound. What a valiant effort in the championship game. Gave up 4 runs in the first, gave up 1 in the third. That was the solo shot to Carlos Marrero. And Carolina's going to make a pitching change. They've got a 1-run ball game, championship Sunday, and they got everything and more that they could out of Mason Bitzenhofer. 87 pitches by the young man. You can hear family, friends in the stands coming in to tell him good job. You really can't ask for much more than that. Here's what we saw from Mason Bitzenhofer tonight. When there was traffic on the bases, he limited the damage from South Florida. Again, as I said, 6 strikeouts for Bitzenhofer, frustrating the South Florida batters all night long throughout these innings. All right, let's take a look. We talked about it earlier. Game recap from Southern California. and Tennessee. Southern California was 6-0 coming into this 9U championship game, the All-State Select Championship game, and they were able to put up 12 runs in the first 3 innings to run rule Tennessee. Valiant effort, though. Congratulations to both teams for making it this far. Southern California, though, Sebastian Vasquez on the mound was also fantastic. He threw those 3 shutout innings. His first game pitching for Southern California this season. They did a really nice job of just putting pressure on those first 3. They put up 3 in the first, 5 in the second, 4 in the third. And they are the 9U PG National All-State Select Champions. All right, back to our game, the 11U age level. Desmond Todd on the mound. He's going to try to keep it a close ball game for this team. Takes over for Mason Bitzenhofer. Brielle Bitz, the batter. Struck out her first at bat, puts the bat on the ball, hits it on the ground to the left side. They get the lead runner over at second base for the second out. So Bitz over at first base on that one. Nice job in the field left side to stay down on the ball, make the play, get the lead runner, not rush the throw. It's Landon Williams. Nice job. So 2 away, top of the order. Orlando Castillo Jr. will step in. Runner over at first. Desmond Todd taking over in relief for Carolina. Ball sails high. Orlando, out of Orlando, Florida. 2-0 count. And that ball is low. Castillo, back-to-back doubles in the first and the second inning. He's got the speed, he's got the power, squares around, pulls it back, works the 2-out walk. So great job by him. Lucas Diaz will step up. 2 on, 2 down for South Florida. It's a 1-run ball game. Championship Sunday, 11U age level on Perfect Game TV. The 3rd year of this event, it continues to grow every single year. Who wouldn't want to represent your region or your state with the best of the best here at Diamonds at Daly Park? Diaz swings and misses at that pitch. So Desmond Todd ahead, 0-2. That one fouled back. Diaz fighting. South Florida would love to push a run across. Carolina has mounted a comeback in this game. They put up 1 in the top of the 4th to bring it within 1. They're doing their best to keep it as close as they can. Todd relieving the starting pitcher, Mason Bitzenhofer, did a fantastic job in this game, allowing Carolina to come back and get in it. That pitch down the middle, ball in the air to left field, all the way back. It's gonna get to the track, clear the bases. Lucas Diaz. A 2-out, 2 RBI double for Diaz. What a swing, what a hack. You can't get much more of that pitch as he launches it into left field, clearing the bases, giving South Florida a little bit of insurance they were looking for in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 7-4 over Carolina. So those walks hurt Carolina. Both walks come home to score. Carlos Marrero, the batter, had a solo shot in the 3rd to make it 5-3 South Florida. Todd misses wide for ball 1. Another pitch wide. Nice job by Winston behind the plate to go and grab it. You know, Carolina's going to keep it as close as they can. They've been able to put up runs in the 3rd and the 4th inning. They'll have the 5th to work with. South Florida's done a nice job adding every inning as they go as well. They didn't get any runs in the 2nd, but they had 4 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. They've got 2 so far, 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. Marrero slices that one foul. Two-two pitch coming. 1 on, 2 away. That one's going to get away from Winston. So Diaz takes 3rd.
You're good, Dad. Let's go. Win it right here, Dad.
Rain's still coming down. Fans gutting it out. Family members, of course, in the stands, all bundled up. Championship Sunday, you gotta be there. It's just been a little dreary all day long. Everyone has been battling these elements. 2 away in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ball's hit in the air, left field. And it's gonna get down. So Diaz scores, Marrero hustles to 2nd. With a 2-out RBI, Carlos Marrero continues to be an offensive threat. Fantastic job by him to battle in that at bat. If Diaz doesn't take 3rd, he might not have scored. Nice job. Another run for South Florida. They lead 8-4. Looks like they're going to have a pinch runner for Marrero, who came in to pitch in relief of Roman Mirabella earlier. There's ball 1 outside to Hamlin. Connor Baldecki will come in and pinch run for Marrero at 2nd. Hamlin struck out his last at bat, but got on and scored with an RBI in the first. Takes up a lot of room in that box. Has a bit of an advantage at this age level right now with the height. Stands 5'4". He and Maddox Long, 5'4". Braden Nims, 5'5". Got some height on this team. The pitch was ball outside. Valdecki took off, and nice job by Winston behind the plate to get the runner stealing. So that's gonna end it in the frame for Carolina. South Florida, though, once again able to get some insurance runs. They put up 3 in the inning. They lead 8-4 as we head to the 5th. All right, welcome back. We're staying warm. We're staying ready. South Florida extends their lead. They're up 8-4 over Carolina. Championship Sunday. Welcome back. I'm Danny Wexelman here on Perfect Game TV. It's the 11U PG National All-State Select Championship Year 3. South Florida doing their best to try and keep their lead, but Carolina has been able to inch closer and closer every inning. South Florida just put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's how they got their 4-run lead. Carolina, though, in the last 2 innings has scored 4 runs. So they're back to the top of the order. Desmond Todd will lead off. Carlos Marrero back out on the mound. He's been fantastic in so many different ways for his team tonight in this championship game. Had a home run back in the 3rd inning. He's had a pair of RBI as well. And there's strike 1 fired into Todd. Roman Mirabella is taking over in center field. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Marrero ahead 0-2. Roman Mirabella started this game for South Florida. Desmond Todd has been on twice today, though. He's worked 2 walks. Fantastic leadoff man. Oh, swing and a miss. Nice sequence there from Carlos Marrero. He goes curve, curve, gets the swing and miss. 1 away for South Florida. 3 straight curveballs for dessert. That's the last thing I want to see. Ricardo Flores will come up. He got on and scored in the third. There's a ball hit inside out, but foul. Rain's still coming down. Diamonds at Daly Park, home of the championship games, home of this weekend. That ball skips away. It's a 1-1 count to Flores. And there's another strike. So Marrero kind of getting in a groove, as you can see. Todd calls time. One-two pitch. And it's cut foul again. Todd hanging in. Another pitch fouled off. Flores hanging in.
Come here, Ricky.
And he's gonna head down to first, drop third strike though. Nice job by South Florida. Back-to-back strikeouts. Easton Metzelaars will come up and bat. Pitch to Metzelaars. Fired in there. That one's put in play. Left side, shallow left. And it gets down for a hit. So Easton Metzelaars extends the inning for Carolina. This is where some of the damage was done back in the third inning when Carolina was able to score 3 runs, get themselves back in this ball game. This is the combination. Jace Winston had an RBI in the third. And he gets a hold of the first pitch he sees, right side on the ground. It gets through, moves the runner up, and Winston extends the inning as well. This is a part of the lineup that can do damage. They've done it all game long, so they're going to pass the baton to Mason Bitzenhofer. He's walked in both of his at-bats tonight so far. He's got speed, he's got some power. started this game as they check on the runner down at first. The ball gets away, so the runners will advance. You can see Hamlin behind the plate, unhappy with himself. Excuse me, the runners did not advance, they stay. Metzelar's headed for third, but Winston stayed put. So now runners on first and third, 2 away for Bitzenhofer.
Let's go, Nate.
Runner goes. I'll throw down, not worried about the runners at this point.
Let's go, Mamie.
Bitzenhofer kept this game as close as he could. You know he'd love the chance to keep Carolina in it offensively. That's a pretty pitch there from Marrero. Lands for a ball. Two runners in scoring position, 2-1 pitch. That one's lined to right. It gets through, 1 run scores. So Bitzenhofer delivers with 2 outs, bringing a run home. Winston advances to third on the play. It's now 8-5 South Florida. Landon Williams, the batter. He takes ball 1 outside. That ball's gonna get away as well. It bounces back quickly though, so Bitzenhofer takes second. Winston stays put at third. Two-way top 5. There's 3 straight balls from Carlos Marrero. We've got the open bag. Parker Smith on deck. It's an opportunity, I think, here. You go after the batter. You've got a good lead. That one is too far inside, though. So bases loaded once again for Carolina. That has been the case multiple times in this game. They have had opportunities. Parker Smith will come up to bat. Bases loaded, 2-way, top 5. Carolina trails by 3. That one is outside, gets away, runner at third, safe at home. Jace Winston sliding in safely. Now it's a 2-run ball game. Good heads-up base running by him, slides in. Carolina taking advantage of the mistake. It's a 1-0 count to Parker Smith. There's a strike from Marrero, 1-1 count.
Only takes one, Parker, let's go!
That one is fouled off. So now Marrero ahead 1-2 in the count. Keeping the towels handy, the bats, trying to keep them dry. Rain's been coming down. It's not gonna rain on the championship parade though. Carolina, South Florida battling it out right now. Top 5. Carolina trails by 2. Parker Smith with a good battle at the plate. You know, Carlos Marrero has been in this position since he came in to relieve in this game. He's been in jam after jam, gotten out of all of them. Parker Smith lays off that ball low. It's a 2-2 count. Runners on second and third, 2 away, top 5. Ball is high. Parker Smith having a great at bat, showing a ton of patience. The real hero here, the hotel towels that you bring. You never know when you're going to need them. Three-two pitch on the way. Marrero steps off.
Let's go, T-City!
Swing and a miss, another big out. Carlos Marrero once again working his way out of the jam. Carolina continues to scratch away. They put up 2, they trail by 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 8-6 South Florida.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no else, I gotta get a no call to quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
I feel like Mike, Jordan, give me the rock and I'm scoring. Hey, came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. I told him this ain't a game.
All right, welcome back. A 2-run ball game, South Florida against Carolina at the 11U PG National All-State Select Championship ball game. This is a good one. Back and forth, South Florida scoring 4 in the bottom of the 1st. Carolina finally getting on the board in the 3rd. They put up 3. South Florida gets 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Carolina answers. In the 4th, they get 1, but South Florida puts up 3. And then the top of the 5th, Carolina just puts 2 up to bring themselves within 2. This has been the back and forth. And here we are, bottom 5. Brett Hamlin, the batter. South Florida leads by 2. That pitch is inside, and it's going to catch Hamlin for a hit by pitch. He's going to go over and take first. Desmond Todd back out on the mound. He came in to relieve Mason Bitzhofer last inning. Michael Wedgeworth will be the batter. And he takes a ball outside. There's ball too high. Wedgeworth singled in the third. That pitch is high for ball 3. So a hit by pitch and 3 straight balls from Desmond Todd. And that one's outside for ball 4. So South Florida's now got runners on first and second. Carolina is going to meet on the mound. Their head coach, Zach Tanner, calls them together. Carolina has just been scratching away all game. They've been playing from behind, trying to come back in this championship game. Trey Halaska will come back to bat. He's been on twice today. We saw him make a pitching appearance for South Florida as well. He squares around, lays down the bunt right back to the pitcher. They fire over. So Trey Halaska does his job, moves the runners now both in scoring position. There's one away for Carolina. Braden Nims will bat. Nims struck out in the third. He's got those bright pink gloves, the green bat, takes ball 1 outside. Infield's in. Looks like they're going to intentionally walk him. So that's going to load him up. Preston Chapman will be the batter. He grounded out in his last at bat. Ball is high and outside for a 1-0 count. There's a strike from Todd. Evens the count up 1-1. There's ball too low. It's a 2-1 count. Chapman lines it right to the shortstop. They go to third and get the double play. They get out of the bases loaded jam and put up a 0 in the inning. Despite a hit by pitch to start it, a walk, get out of the jam. Desmond Todd does his job. We go to the 6th. It's a 2-run game. All right, welcome back. We are moving along. 2-run ball game. South Florida, Carolina, top 6. Carolina put up a big 0 in the bottom of the 5th, keeping South Florida off the board. South Florida has been able to put pressure on almost every single inning, putting up 2 crooked numbers, and right now they lead 8-6. The championship game on Perfect Game TV. I'm Danny Wexelman. It's the 11U National All-State Select Championship. Clay Swenson will lead things off for Carolina. Carlos Marrero back out on the mound for South Florida. And there's a strike fired in. If I'm looking at it right, the angle, it looks like Marrero has a tipped cat. He's firing in some heat tonight. He's got a little swagger about him. I like it. That pitch is fouled off. Looks like maybe it caught Swenson. Does not feel good. He's going to need a second to walk that off. One ball, 2 strikes on Clay Swenson. Marrero steps off, collects himself. Gets him to swing and miss. Gets the strikeout, first out of the frame. Nice pitch by Marrero. He's done a fantastic job bringing the heat tonight, mixing up his pitches. Curveball's been working, the fastball velo. Pretty exciting for him right now. He's gonna face Weston Stalls. Stalls went yard in the 4th inning to make it a 5-4 ball game. His second of the season. He's from Great Falls, South Carolina. Lays off a pitch above the zone. Marrero gets him to swing and miss on that one. A 1-2 count once again. Marrero ahead. Weston Stalls has the power, though. He's got to show him some respect. That one is tapped foul. Just to first. Dives over there. They make the tag. Wedgeworth over at first base. Nice job to field it and tag him. Stalls thought he was safe. He thought they missed the tag. He's over there at first base, pleading his case. Check swing. He's got the speed, and it looks like Wedgeworth got him on the foot. Great job by Marrero to get out of the way as well, letting Wedgeworth field his position. 2 away. Looks like Rush Spence will be the batter. Big curveballs there from Marrero. Spence from Morehead City, North Carolina. Another big curveball. Talk about tough moment. Come off the bench and you just get a healthy dose of these giant curveballs from Carlos Marrero. The 2-1 pitch coming in. It's low in the dirt for ball 3. And there's ball 4 outside. So Spence off the bench works the 2-out walk. Carson McCollum steps up. Quick check on Spence over at first. And there's another curveball from Marrero. Gets a swing and a miss from McCollum. So Marrero ahead 0-2 in the count. His pitch count now at 70. The 71st pitch of his outing comes up next. Two away in the top of the 6th. The 0-2 pitch coming. That one is going to get away from Hamlin. So Spence takes second. Ball's in the air just outside the first base line. Oh, Carlos Marrero, what a great job. And that's it. South Florida able to hold on to this one, and they are your 2023 11U champions, the All-State Select champions. Fantastic effort. Carlos Marrero really standing out, has the home run, pitches 4 innings for his team, comes in relief. Roman Mirabella started this game. Trey Halaska also came in to relieve. Up and down the lineup, South Florida able to put pressure on Carolina. Congratulations to South Florida's head coach Mike White, Laner Diaz, of course, and to Carolina for making it this far. Zach Tanner and Judson Smith, their entire team. Fantastic championship game, back and forth. South Florida, though, able to put the pressure on early. They put up 4 runs in the first, and that's proven here to be the difference maker. I want to give a huge thank you to our crew who is on the ground, all of our camera people, all of our ops, everybody who has been a huge part of making sure we put this production on. Stevie, hi. Yeah. Thank you. Well, only because I had your help.